I said, when you literally saying and regurgitate anything because you're sounding like a petulant child, oh, he wasn't my friend because he told me he didn't like me. The reason it didn't stick because people knew this man his whole life, Rob Reiner and his father, as good people.
What do we think about these new pictures that were released?
When they initially brought up Epstein, what he said, oh, I never really liked the guy.
Yeah,
I really knew him. Yeah, exactly, right? Then you see him, they at the party, he whispering in his ear.
People love to talk ish about Dr. Umar and all this other stuff, but this man has seen the future. And he has told people multiple times, yo, stop messing with them white women.
All right, y'all. So this is the Black Summit. We back again. I'm Hendrix.
And I think I'm Brooks, but we'll see.
And we have
Dr. Veronica. I'm so used to it right now. I was like, what's the intro? What's the intro?
Yeah. She's the regular degular to the room. She's all, some of y'all don't know that she drive, you mind if I say?
Don't be telling my business. I don't need
Okay,
to know
Okay,
my
I ain't gonna say that. Okay, never mind. But she's a regular,
you don't know who's watching.
She
Be stalking.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the word I'm looking for? She definitely puts an effort to be here and to make sure she's here, y'all. So, she really comes on. And
so support her,
to the room.
Follow her.
Yeah. Buy one of her books.
Like this post.
And everything. Your books are still on sale?
Yes, they are. I've actually sold over 700.
Oh, really? Oh,
Boom.
Congratulations. Man, can we get an applause?
You get that money.
Can we get an applause?
I don't know which one's applause.
Oh, Lord.
We could just do the old-fashioned way.
Go ahead. We got a janky engineer.
I'm Tom Joyner with this. I fly back and forth. I'm that shock guy.
We got a janky engineer over here.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, man. But everything's good with you?
Yes, it is. Everything's good. We getting ready for, we spend time and wrap the year up type of thing.
For the festive season. So
Yes.
So are you guys ready for that?
Yeah, I am. I'm ready.
I'm ready to just go to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody else. I'm
dude.
tired.
Are you guys big shoppers?
No.
Hell no.
Nah, bro. If I like see that you like something, I'm gonna shop all year. I pick my stuff out then. And then the older, I don't know about you, older your kids get,
Right.
the less stuff you buy. Now it gets to be more expensive because it turns to high-end electronics. But once you have kids that work in college, they buy their own stuff. So you literally trying to just find something for me, finding something for Christmas that they gonna like. So literally everybody got like one gift.
Oh, okay.
One. And that's just something. I was like, oh, let me just have something under the tree. But yeah.
So do y'all think giving money is too impersonal?
No. I think now, for little children.
What? Well,
I think because little children, they expect that, that holiday cheer, ripping a gift and everything like that. But as you get older, like gift cards and money, people like, good looking out.
Yeah.
Because I'll take it.
What's that meme with George Bush where it's like, I know you want to send, blankets and milk and something. Just send your cash.
Right.
I'm like, yeah.
Oh, for Haiti?
That's how I am.
Hey, that's all
Just send
I'm
your
doing,
cash.
man. I'm just getting a couple of gift cards and things like that. We just come together as a family.
Yeah.
We don't really big old Christmas thing or nothing like that. We just come together, eat and congregate as a family. But just some gift cards. And
my kids
son,
like decorating.
You do? See,
That's
we don't
it.
even do that.
See, my daughter
We don't
likes
even
the tree
decorate.
thing. And so we go find a natural tree. We get a live
yeah.
tree. And it makes the house smell nice. So it smells like pine. The little pine needles. So we
Pine.
like that. And she'll do that. We do the stockings on the fireplace type of thing. So we do that. They like that. Because it kind of, especially now, I don't know what it is. Like, I've never been an outside decorating person. Like, decorate outside my home. But this year, I really wanted to, even though I didn't because I'm already late. But I just see, like, it's like a gloominess going on.
Yeah.
And so I think like for that, it was like, let's put out a little more cheer. So I was like, all right, let me put my wreath that's lit up and different things. Because I think seeing that, there's a lot more people going to see like light festivals and stuff now. Because I think we need a little more positive and cheer. Because it seemed like it's a lot of just, like this year went by fast. And it went by with a hell of a lot of stuff
The
going
year
on.
did go by fast.
And it's like things that were just wearing a nurse. I think we need to kind of spread that a little more. So like when I wear my reindeer, certain things out, it's for people like, oh, okay, just get a little bit. Because it's like people going through a lot, bro. People looking sad all in the face.
Yeah.
While I'm over here like, I'm good. What you
when I was young, as a child, because I wanted toys.
Yeah, that's why
So
I
I
said the
was
kids
into
want
all that
toys.
stuff. Now, no, I'm not. I don't care about
Man, we
none
go to
of that
work.
stuff,
I'd be
man.
like, I got work.
You know, I mean, I don't knock nobody who do it, but
Yeah.
as for me, it's not
Yeah, I
my
got
thing.
it.
What about you, Brooks? You in there with a snowman in front on your front porch and all that good stuff?
I mean, my family does what they do. I don't do nothing with my apartment. I'm not gonna put up no Christmas trees or any of that. You
Yeah,
know,
right.
like I celebrate Christmas, but I mean, like it's
You go to
with
your
the fam.
your family house. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so it's
Celebrate
not gonna be.
Hanukkah,
yeah, that's what
I'm
I
not-
said.
Festival of Lights.
Yep.
I'm not
Hanukkah,
like
like-
super. We're not like. I don't know. We're
Yeah. No, I
not
know.
like super
I know
celebrating
I know what you mean.
and
Yeah.
Christmas spirit. And,
Yeah, ours is
I
family.
I mean, we'll
that
watch Elf the night before,
Yeah.
so that's about it.
Y'all
So-
not sitting around in y'all onesies? Do y'all do that?
No, we did. I talked my kids in the 1 year. We did all the matching pajamas, and they
Okay.
gonna roll with me. This, all right, mom. This what you want to do? We'll do it. And then we did that, but it's still the same thing. Like we all just getting together and we'll Netflix, down and eat all the food they ask me to cook because they'll ask me to cook every Thanksgiving. I mean every Christmas, and I cook. And then sometimes we go out. Like that's why I told my kids. I'm like, where y'all want to go? Y'all want to go out the country? Y'all want to do this? Nah, we straight. I'm like, bruh. But for me this year, I may be dipping out to Orlando for Christmas
Okay.
because I know they're gonna do like certain things with their dad and stuff like that. And they're older, so they're gonna probably go there, hang with him for like a couple hours, and head back to the house and chill. Because they're not big Christmas people either. It's all about family. And they have dinner with us all the time.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do something out.
What's
different this year.
in Orlando?
No, not my cousin was like, hey man, I got a house for Christmas time. Y'all will go hang. I was like,
Oh, so your
say less.
your
Yeah,
family.
just my cousin, just one of my
Oh, just
girl
one.
cousins, and
Okay.
I called a couple of my girlfriends, and they was like, "Girl, yeah," because they the same thing. It's like our kids are
And
all in
then
their
it's
20s.
warm. You know,
Yeah.
you're in a warmer climate.
Yeah,
you
that
can
ain't even the
kinda
weather
chill.
bother me. It's just like do something different. I think so many people do the same stagnant thing. I was like, even if you and your family just go to a cabin, like my family was big on that growing up.
Yeah.
They went to cabins in Maga Valley. They did different stuff during Christmas time and stuff like that. Even Thanksgiving. So we were always together and just experiencing different things. And so now, like my kids, they sometimes you give kids certain things. Now they like, we good. We don't want to go to Belize. We don't go. I was like, how many people?
Right.
But to them, they just like we're good, and they just chilling. They like chilling and stuff. But my daughter's boyfriend wants us to put up a tree because he was like, "Man, my family ain't putting up a tree this year." I said, "We'll have a tree put up for you to come by because some people like that type of stuff. They do."
Yeah.
What do you guys do for New Year's?
Man, I'm gonna say this year I'm trying to do something different, but I consistently do what my grandmother taught us to do. Like
to
literally
church?
every New Year's, all the lights go out at 12:00, and we say my grandmother would turn the lights out. She was like, "Pray." And she would have us, we would pray, and we would bring in the new year, and we would make sure our house was clean. Your money, I don't even care. All you got is $2 positive in the bank. Whatever. My grandmother said, where you in that new year is how you going to ride out the rest of that whole year. So that's what she just put in our heads. So I turn my lights out. Me and the kids turn lights out. I don't care if they're in the other room. I don't care if you're just sitting there quiet. We pray, bring in the new year in that way, and that's it.
Oh, so as soon as it strikes,
Yeah.
y'all could,
We turn the lights out and we were everywhere. We prayed, and that's it. Because my grandma said you got to bring it in right. So that's
Amen.
what she had us since we've been children. Yeah.
What you guys? What y'all do?
I mean, we just get together and we ride it out till 12, and then
go party?
by that time everybody already
Everybody drunk?
everybody's a little champagned up,
Yep.
so we're a little bit
see, we're
heathenistic compared to
Nah,
you.
like I don't
But,
drink alcohol, so I be like, you do what you. But after that, everybody go their
Yeah,
route.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, we gonna pray before we do this.
I know
Bro,
my
that's
mom,
a good thing,
my
though.
mom
Yeah.
probably,
Praying.
my
Get
mom
your
probably
mind
go to
right.
church and do that, and then
Yeah.
come back. I just be chilling, man. I used to go out sometimes, but then now I probably just be cool.
Man, I don't
Stay
even
in?
want to deal with the
Yes.
out. And that's it. I think the older you get, you don't even want to deal with the
Yeah, I
out.
don't feel
You like,
that,
I got the
man.
knife fight you through
And
the
I
club.
definitely
got
don't. I
the knife-
definitely don't want to go. Normally we used to go downtown. I definitely don't want to do that. So I
Man,
definitely
my
don't do
cousin
that.
tried to
probably
ask me
gonna
to
go
go to
downtown
Atlanta.
I'm
this
sure you will.
Yeah.
Atlanta to watch the
No,
peach
my
truck.
cousin was like, just go to Atlanta for New Year's. I was like, one place I'm not trying to go is in the city of Atlanta during New Year's.
Yeah.
For the peach.
I was like,
So,
you would
yeah,
hang
for
that
the
up. I was like, all that extraness, they gonna come with that. I said,
Well,
I'm good.
On Folly Beach they have the flip-flop drop.
Oh,
And I haven't been
I think you
in
told me
about
about that
six-
last
I've never been to
year.
that.
I haven't been in about 6 years, so I kind of want to go to
That's
that.
different.
Really?
See
That is
yeah.
That's
different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's a lot of fun because
I
what they
might-
do is they bring out the fire truck
Yeah.
and they put like the flip flops and it's
Yeah.
all lit up or whatever. And the fire truck like ladder just
Oh, the
slowly goes
ladder.
down as they
Okay,
say
okay.
10, 9, 8.
That's neat.
So it's actually it was kind of fun. I mean, I don't know how it's going to be now because
Yeah.
Charleston is so congested. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm about to
imagine
say
trying to
it's
get
bad
off
now.
of the island.
Very,
Yeah,
very,
I did that one time, and I was like, I'm good on that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna find something for New Year's to do different this year. I'm gonna do something different.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I'm gonna still be praying when they come in, but I'm gonna
Oh, yeah,
figure
you
out.
got
I
to
might be in
pray.
another location.
We got to pray. Do
Yeah.
you do the last thing? Do you do the traditional meal? You know, the
Oh,
collard green
Hoppin'
and Hoppin'
Johns,
John and the
man,
collard
and then you
greens?
gotta do
I
a
know
field
y'all don't know
peas.
nothing about that.
Field peas. Don't be bringing them raggedy peas right there. You gotta do Hoppin' Johns right.
And
with
tell
field
them
peas.
what's the significance of that. Why
So,
you do
but
that?
I
I'm sure
said
my
the
mom knows about
Yeah,
it.
it's
Your
the
mom-
cultural significance of
She's from
celebration. Well, everybody says different
South Carolina.
celebration of the New Year, your culture, Gullah Geechee.
Mm-hmm.
The field peas represent certain things, rice represents certain things. Everybody got their different take on it.
Yeah,
But yeah, you gotta have certain things. Like that was our thing. Hoppin' Johns.
Hoppin' John, like my mom would say, same thing, Gullah Geechee thing.
Yeah.
The Hoppin' John represents money, like coins, and the collard greens represents money, green.
Yeah, they
she
had
said that
them.
my mom would do that every year
Man.
for somebody who ain't superstitious, but that's probably Gullah. That's probably Gullah
That's the
Geechee
tradition.
culture.
I think it's the
yeah.
tradition
So
more than
she would make the
superstition.
Hoppin' Johns and the collard greens. And,
Man, I'd take that Hoppin' Johns down, boy.
and then they have some a little bit of fried turkey might be left over that I fried.
Yeah.
So they may do a little bit of
Yeah,
that.
somebody tried to do Hoppin' Johns one year. I was like, these are not real peas.
They probably did out the can.
Right, I was like, this is not real peas. You could have this. He was like, how can you tell? I was like, you talking about somebody who grandmama raised us on this stuff.
Oh,
They say it right.
Yeah, man.
Like, get your trash. No. But that's our holiday time.
That's
thought
what's
process.
up. That's what's up.
Gotcha.
All right, y'all. So we gonna get into this thing here. So we got
You gonna pivot?
we gonna pivot here.
All right, topics.
Topics.
for
We
today.
got Trump reaction to the Epstein files. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Trump is constantly in the news. Then we got Sherrone Moore, the basketball head coach.
No, football.
I'm sorry, football head coach
This me.
Yeah.
for Michigan.
Yeah,
I don't know why I said basketball. Oh, you know why? I was watching Carolina girls do their thing. Oh, my bad. That's here nor there. But anyway, so yeah, Sherrone Moore, the head coach for Michigan head coach, and the melee would happen with him, and then sad story with Rob Reiner. And this stems from mental health too, apparently, with allegedly with this case. So yeah, we're gonna have these things here. But first, what you got?
We're gonna talk about Rob Reiner first.
Rob Reiner? All right, let's
Yeah.
go.
So Rob Reiner was murdered, him and his wife, by their
You can say
32-year-old
murdered?
son. Not really. By their 32-year-old
without.
son. He apparently they got into a fight at a party.
At Conan O'Brien's
At
party.
Conan
Yeah.
O'Brien's party. And basically, one thing led to another. I think like the next day is when
Man.
the incident happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, they were supposed to be going, Rob Reiner and his wife, they were supposed to be going to a party with the Obamas like the next day. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But, Rob Reiner, of course, a legendary director. He also did some acting.
Yeah.
But, films such as When Harry Met
Sally,
Sally
yeah.
and
Bucket
Misery,
List,
The
Bucket
Princess
List,
Bride, which is my favorite.
Princess
movie.
Bride. Like
The Wolf of Wall
The
Street.
Wolf of
oh,
Wall Street.
yeah, he was like an actor in that. And so, he did a lot. He was, I mean, he produced Seinfeld,
Yeah.
Spinal Tap.
so.
He was
like,
78 years old.
Yes,
Yeah, he was 78.
Yeah.
I mean, to be that old and to go out this way is it's very
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
is.
when you think about it, but what do you guys think about Rob Reiner? You can just talk about that a little bit and about this story.
I told you earlier that kind of hurt me because I grew up on his shows, and then his father before him was Carl Reiner. So like the All in the Family, shows like that, the Jeffersons, all that stuff like that.
Oh, yes.
His
He
dad was Carl
died.
Reiner.
He just recently died.
He died at 98.
98, yeah.
And so, and they reenacted The Princess Bride like a year before his dad died. No, months before his dad died, they reenacted The Princess Bride, seeing him and his dad. And you look at that, and I was like, but people, one of the things that you will find that's spoken about this man is he was an awesome humanitarian. Like he fought for a lot of causes that represent, Rob Reiner, for a lot of different people. Just even though he was Jewish, he just didn't keep it to Jewish culture. Like he fought for black people things, LGBT women's rights, community. He fought for hospital rights for people, all of these things. And to have him go out that way, because him and his sons have had interviews and discussions about his addiction problems throughout the years. His son even did like a semi-autobiographical
They made a
movie
movie
and stuff
together.
like that
Movie, yeah.
about his life. And it's like he still kept having these demons and these fights with it. And it's sad because I was like, you want to get your kids help and you want to be around them, but sometimes the distance is the distance, because for him to turn around and, you know, the way that he unalived his parents, you know, and like the daughter said, I just saw my dad the day before.
Yeah.
And for you to, and then for the next daughter to find him and find them dead and know that your brother did that.
Yeah.
You know?
Is it confirmed that he?
Yeah, or he not locked up. He's in
I know he's locked up, but is it confirmed?
Yeah, confirmed he did it. And
They're
then,
not-
you know, they say, I
saying
know, you know, they can't say it, but they arrested him for
Yeah,
it.
I know they arrested him.
And
and
the
everything.
daughter who found him said, like, that's who put the police on his
Yeah, 'cause
scent.
first she said it was a family member.
Yeah,
Then
they
she
didn't
later on
release
said
it.
the brother.
No, it was the news people that didn't want to tell you it was him and
Okay,
his
I
wife.
knew you were saying
But yeah,
that.
because, you know, they was like, oh, 2 people found and said, but
Exactly.
78. I was like, okay, that matching him and his wife description,
yeah,
so it was them. Because the daughter told the police, I think it was my brother, because they had the argument he was here.
Yeah,
So she put them on the scent of the police,
'Cause-
and they got him like 12 hours later.
Yeah, because I
13
know
hours
at first they was saying, I heard the same thing, and they were saying it was just a family member.
Yeah.
And they said the daughter, like you said,
Yeah.
she was saying a family. Then later on they came out and said, okay,
Yeah.
we believe we have the suspect
Yeah.
apprehended, and it was the son.
Because, you know, they can't say it
her
till they,
brother.
you know,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
evidence. But I think it's just sad because a lot of people are dealing with relatives and children who have mental issues.
Yeah.
And it's going to drug addiction. And it's well-known studies that tell you, like, a lot of drug use changes your chemical makeup in a lot of ways. And so sometimes you're not even dealing with the same rational person that you might have dealt with 5 years ago, because they still go back and forth. Like, y'all see how many, you know, rap artists we see all of a sudden, they bipolar. You bipolar because you're a drug addict. You know, and it changes that makeup. And it's
chemical
hard
imbalance
because they
in
were
the
saying the
brain.
mom and dad was like, they're tired at this point because this dude was 30-some years old.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah,
going back
yeah.
and forth with this man. But it
Yeah,
hurt
right.
because to die that way at the hands of your child, and knowing, like, it was, I think it was a loss for us because the dude was doing good in the world. It's not even just his shows, like he was literally putting good out in the world.
Yeah.
And to
that's
have
why
that happen
people
was really
were
hurtful.
attacking him. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and what I
People are that
heard
jerk.
for us,
yeah,
his
we'll talk
son,
about it.
he been in and out of rehab since 15.
Yeah.
And he's been on, he said he was homeless, I believe in Texas.
Numerous times,
Homeless in Maine.
Mm-hmm.
I think homeless in either New York or New Jersey, whatever. So he was saying like how when they made that film, like, he was saying like it's either my parents' way or the highway. But he was homeless, I mean, since 15 with drug abuse, back and forth like that, man. That's the craziest thing. But do you guys think that he should get, for example, you think he should get sentenced? Remember the way they sentenced the Menendez brothers for unaliving their parents. You think, or he should have some type of, because of his addiction, do you think he should get the same type of sentence that the Menendez brothers got?
Yeah. I feel that way. And the reason I feel that way, because if you're going to apply that, then you know how many people sitting in who committed these unalivings, right? How many of them wasn't on a substance? And they didn't say, let me give you leeway because you were on alcohol, because alcohol is a substance. Let me give you leeway because you were on drugs. Because at some point you had a sober moment. He was in and out with his parents, didn't want him to do drugs. That's why he didn't want to stay in the house and was doing all this stuff. He had these sober moments and kept going back. But when you're on that stuff, it does make you aggressive. So attorneys do argue that sometimes not a crime of passion, but they was like, it wasn't premeditated, things like that. So they're going to give him leeway of saying it wasn't premeditated.
Really?
But yeah, because it wasn't, I don't think he planned to, unalive his parents.
But
I think it was in the middle of an argument dealing with his drug use, and he probably did it.
But think
There
about it.
was
Think
an
about
argument
it.
that ensued
Yeah.
that
There
night
was
at the
a
party.
But reason why I said you got to rule out premeditated. Well, you got to say no.
I put
You
it
can't
in.
you can't rule it out. You have to put that on the table because if you had an argument previously and then
They
you
did.
thought about it and then you come back and to say that when I first heard it, they said that their throats were
And that's why I
slit,
thought they might
right?
have been asleep until they
That's
said
what
the
I said,
time that they
too.
passed them.
That's what I thought,
That's
too.
what's like, no, they can't be asleep at that time.
First, they were saying that the throat slit, right?
Yeah.
Then he came back and said it was stabbing. Usually, think about it. If you stab someone 9 times out of 10, they may not die. Depends on where you stab.
Yeah.
But you have to do this multiple times, right? And I don't know. I'm just say alleged.
Yeah.
So that's why I think premeditated, you cannot rule that
If
out.
they found that he slit their throat, when they said about the throats, I said, well, you had to catch them. And
So
they
you
sleep.
heard that too?
Yeah, because to me, you are not going to do that to me and the wife if we're awake. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody going to fight you. You going
That's
to have
what
to
I'm
stick them
saying.
out
That's why I
something.
thought they were
So I said,
asleep
well, maybe they
too.
were
It could have
asleep.
been.
That's what
So
I
I
thought
looked at
too.
the time. And I
We're
said, well,
gonna
why they
find.
sleep?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna find more out about.
Either way,
the
it was a
story
sad. It was a sad
about what's
situation.
going on. Yeah, I mean, I think it is a sad situation, but I think it points to a lot of people are struggling right now, and I think that mentally they're struggling, financially people are struggling. There's all kinds of stuff going on, and you see that it doesn't matter that you have money.
No, drugs is drugs.
It's going to happen to anybody.
Cocaine
Okay.
is a hell of a drug.
You know, I mean, I was watching something. A lot of people don't know Jubilant Sites, but
I just showed him that. I showed him that.
The same thing happened to him and
son.
his son. You know, like his son took him out. You know, we used to listen to that guy a lot, and we used to go to the church that he would sing at, and so and so like it's really sad to see like that kind of thing, you know, going down, and so, with that happening, our president unfortunately had some
choice words,
and I want to play this clip.
You should play the one Rob Reiner talked about him.
Well, yeah. Well, I think that, you know, obviously, like there was a lot that Rob Reiner had said about him. That's why he reacted the way he did. But still, like the things that he says.
Of crap. Yeah, he did a piece of crap.
Let me play this. This talks about the Obamas and also Trump.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama told Jimmy Kimmel that she and Barack Obama were supposed to see their longtime friends Rob and Michelle Reiner the night they were killed.
Rob and Michelle Reiner are some of the most decent, courageous people you ever want to know.
She also defended them after President Donald Trump called Rob Reiner, a lifelong Democrat and supporter of progressive causes, deranged in a Truth Social post following his death. I thought he was very bad for our country, Trump wrote.
They're not deranged or crazed. What they have always been are passionate people in a time when there's not a lot of courage going on.
Barack Obama also shared his condolences earlier in a post on X, writing that the couple will be remembered for the values they championed and the people they inspired. Former First Lady.
So, yeah, basically Trump, said that he had TDS, which is Trump Derangement Syndrome, and all this other stuff. A lot of people came out, and like a lot of Trump's, supporters came out against him. Marjorie Taylor Greene was out there saying some things. Pierce Morgan was also out there just condemning, the president's words. And people asked him to clarify, and he doubled down on it. I mean, what do you guys think about
with him, it's no let's agree to disagree. It's either you like me or you totally against me, even if we have opposite opinions. He just, you heard what he said about Somalians. And he said, look, even though I know this is probably, you might as well come out and say, I know this is probably racist, but he didn't say racist, but I know this probably is not completely correct things, but I don't care. And that's and unfortunately sometimes that's one thing you get from older people. Like my little sister said one time, old people and babies say anything they want because they got nothing to lose. Who gonna chastise a little child for telling you straight up, your breath stink? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or old person, they say whatever they want, it comes out their mouth. Nobody gonna chastise an older person, and plus he's the president. Nobody gonna chastise a little child. They might say, oh, don't do that, that's not nice. But a child doesn't know no better. Old person, like my mother said, when you get a certain age, sometimes you revert back to your childhood almost, because somebody got to take care of you the way they took care of the child.
I don't subscribe to that, so y'all got the wrong person for that with old people. Because I feel you have lived long enough to know how to be respectful. And my aunt, who's 83, has taught me that, because even with her being 83, she still moved different and learned things that we taught her. But for him saying that, I said, you're talking about a man who has no respect even for himself. Look at the way he look. Like, they're propping him up. Okay, they spraying his face, fluffing his hair. He don't have respect for himself. You think it's a reason his children and his wives and I don't want to hang around this man, they all greedy, so they know they're getting paid through him. That's the only reason. The same way with all the Republicans hanging around him. And now he just continually shows us who he is all year. He is not a leader. He is a weak-willed man. And I said, the man fall asleep, but we got Duran syndrome. I said, when you literally saying and regurgitate anything because you're sounding like a petulant child, oh, he wasn't my friend because he told me he didn't like me. And so this is what you have. And so, but the reason it didn't stick, because people knew this man his whole life, Rob Reiner and his father, as good people. And he's been in the community, in people's eyes, seeing this stuff. And so what he's saying didn't even stick. So it was like, okay, so you had some idiot who write it on Truth Social, and you want us to believe he writing them letters with his fat fingers on thing. But no, and then he's coming out doubling down, because what is he going to say? He's literally repeating the same thing. He's just changing the name of the country he's insulting and changing the name of the person. The dude vocabulary is that of a toddler. So you can't even take this type of person serious, and they're coming out against it because it was like, damn, you really looking foul when the man is gone, and then the way he died, you're acting like this. But you talking about somebody who's a petulant child, and y'all backed him and told him he was
and
good.
you shouldn't be surprised. He did the same thing to Senator McCain.
No one bit, and this call this man a coward.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, regardless, I don't really like how people are reacting to people's deaths.
Right.
No matter how it happens. Both sides, by the way.
Yeah.
But, just speaking on Trump, I agree with Gavin Newsom, which he said this is a very sick man.
Yeah,
It really is. It's true. It's like, dang, because, Rob Reiner, when Charlie Kirk passed away, there was a lot of people who were celebrating that. Yeah. And it was kind of weird to me. But Rob Reiner was one of the main people who were like, yo, this isn't right.
Yeah.
Like, somebody needs to say something about it. But you see the juxtaposition of how Rob Reiner was about that situation, but how Trump is about his situation.
Because that's called a classy human being.
Yeah, exactly. And so, it's I don't really like the rhetoric, us like saying anything bad about people who die, especially in the manner that they've died. I think that, it's a weird situation, and I think that people have lost, regular human decency, really.
Yeah.
And
we betting right now on wars.
We're getting too comfortable. We're getting way too comfortable with these statements that people are just throwing out there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm human. It hurts my soul to like see anybody die. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Especially tragic.
And I'm human enough to admit when it's a good person, it just hurt. When it's a sorry person, you're like, damn, life is hard.
Well,
I'm being honest with you. I don't celebrate their death because I like Biggie said, ain't no coming back from that. Yeah. And so, but when you look at good people, it hurts even more. But when you get these people celebrating, all because somebody wanted to stand out for good. Yeah. You're celebrating. That's why I think why a lot of GOP came out against Trump, because he was like, this is a man who actually told people to kind of toe the line with Charlie when he died, even though he didn't agree with anything Charlie did. He still was like, this was a human being. And so now, but you going here, and how fast have we forgotten about Charlie because y'all used him like you did everything else?
Of course.
Yes. But that we knew that. But it's like, it's
sad. Me as a person who I've dealt with a lot of loss, and I'm still young, but I've had a lot of people in my family pass away. And so I'm at a point where I don't even want to go to another funeral. You know what I mean? Because I've been to so many.
Been there, done
and
that.
so like it's one of those.
Ago.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like I know how it is. I mean, loss ain't just nothing.
No.
And I think a lot of people are missing that, especially a lot of people who haven't dealt with loss.
Because I'm the second to oldest left in my family, and people don't realize that. It's my 83-year-old aunt, then it's me.
Wow.
And then it's everybody else that I got to watch out for and take care of. Our moms, aunts, all of them are gone. So, and it's sad because you kind of become numb to it when it's a lot. And, other people are boo-hooing and they're crying at the funeral. All you think about is like, you're going to realize life goes on tomorrow because you still got to eat. You still got to use the bathroom. You still got food. You still got bills. You still got you realize nothing stopped because this person you love left. Nothing stopped. And I think that's what it made me into that person, knowing, we boo-hooing, we crying, and we're still sad and we're going to still miss it. But it's like, you're going to realize life go tomorrow. You got to still go to the bathroom. You still got to eat. You still got to do regular stuff. And you can miss them, but you're going to continually live. And that's the part, is me celebrating their life. For me, like with my family members, celebrating doing great things because they aren't here anymore, but letting them know I'm still celebrating with you and mine. So that's
because they did the same thing. They went on after they lost their loved ones too. It's the same thing that goes on.
But so our condolences to Rob Reiner and his Rob Reiner's family and his wife's Michelle family. And, keep him, if you're a praying person, keep people in your prayers, because that's a lot the siblings have to deal with on top of burying their parents and knowing that they have to deal with their brother in that space too. So
death
allegedly,
death is a part of life, and it's hard, but definitely when it's tragic like that,
man,
that's always
by your
like,
child,
man,
the hands of your child possibly. That's
he had already lived to 78.
Yeah,
he goes out that way.
His wife was 70.
Like,
that's unfortunate.
A heart attack ain't take the man, not your child.
You know what kind of mind state you got to be in to unalive your parents?
Your parents. Look,
to unalive somebody, period, but your parents?
Who loved you now, according to everything.
And here you got some people who parents died in childbirth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they never met their mom or their dad, you know what I'm saying? Something tragically happened. Man,
that's why I kept looking. I said, "Damn, your child, that's a hurtful thing."
Yeah, man.
Y'all better fight your kids like they're strangers at this point. If you try to play, we rumbling.
R.I.P.
So you gonna-
Well,
Sherrone-
let's move on to this next story.
Sherrone Moore?
No.
You know, the Epstein files keep getting, more interesting and more interesting. There was a lot of photos that were released with a lot of redacted faces, but the faces that we did see are among the people are Bill Gates,
Bill
Clinton, Trump, of course, on the plane with somebody. I don't know if it's that plane.
Don't they have a dignitary from overseas?
Yeah, that's it. You got your Andrew dude, but he
Woody
ain't no
Allen.
dignitary. They not stripped that.
Woody
dude.
Allen, your boy.
Yeah. So
Banyan, Steve Banyan.
Steve Bannon.
So
I ain't
all of these
surprised Woody
people-
Allen there.
Yeah.
That part.
So, what do we think about these new pictures that were released? And do we think that the Epstein files are actually going to, say that Trump did some things? Because, even though we see these photos, does it actually mean they did anything?
I'll go first. Like I said before he was all for releasing the files when he wasn't in the hot seat. Now that he became in the hot seat, he used what Speaker Mike Johnson held up the votes and everything like that. So now that they coming out, I said before some things gonna be redacted, and I get why we just seeing the photos because these are minors and then these are some of the victims, right? And of course, you don't want them to relive the travesty, but they're gonna have to go through that. You got to go through it, right? So I know some things was going to get redacted. But one thing Trump did say, though, he was saying, and I get what he was saying, Jesus photos, yeah, we were hanging out and things like that. I mean, it still doesn't prove anything per se. But it does point the finger to say, hey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You may not be as squeaky clean as you claiming, and you already caught him in a lie. I barely knew
You
the
mean
guy.
a lie or lies?
Lies, of course. But when he initially brought up Epstein, what he said, I never really liked the guy.
Yeah.
I really knew him. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
right?
never knew him.
Then you see him, they at the party, he whispering in his ear, and somebody did a meme, said he's in it. Oh, you see that little one right there? Oh, she's hot. I like that little. and I'm not saying that's what he was saying, but it looks like that's what he was saying. And even, I don't know if y'all heard, they even said that, let's say allegedly, Melania was Epstein's girl. That's how he met her, how Trump met her. Allegedly, that's what they were saying, that was Epstein was with her first. And then introduced her to Trump, and then that's how he met Melania through Epstein. I say allegedly. But also, they have, you got to say allegedly, right?
Yeah, continue.
So also, they have they said that they're going to start reviewing the bank files. So that I think when you follow the money, I think that's when you will really know what's going on, because I don't necessarily know if they had any video proof of anything going on, but who's to say Epstein might have been like Diddy. I'm gonna film this and film that just in case if something happens, because some of you guys are dignitaries and you guys are elite. And I don't want y'all to throw me under the bus. Look at you. We all in this together,
Yeah.
So if they have anything, will it come out? I really think it'll be redacted. Trump going to find some way, somehow, to shut down some of these.
Veronica, what do you think?
Well, to your second question, will it matter? No, it won't. Because his sycophants and these greedy, demonic, greedy, capitalistic people, they just need him to push the agenda.
Yeah.
They don't care that these people are allegedly guilty of pedophile behavior.
That is true.
So they're not going to care one way or the other with these files coming out. But what I think we need to start seeing happen is a lot of these people need to lose their jobs. You can't get him, but you can get Bondi. You can get all the rest of them, because she said in our face and said, oh, there's no files, when we knew there were files, right? Then she had to change it up once everything started getting attacked. Oh, there's nothing worse prosecuting anybody. Then once it started coming out and you're trying to just release Democratic people names, oh, yeah, we might prosecute. See, you took the oath as an attorney. And you're messing up all the way. So we need to start attacking them and their positions.
That's a great
because
point.
what they're doing is distorting justice all the way around. You literally playing in everybody's face, because trust me, Giselle Maxwell is about to walk.
Oh, I
They
think
just have been
in
slowly
the minimum
doing it.
prison.
You
She got
moved her
transferred
silently to a minimum prison a
minimum
couple months
prison,
ago.
yeah,
And if I'm her
silently,
attorney,
yep.
I'm saying, well, if there's no evidence, why is my client sitting in jail? And that's what's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
Because so now you either got to slowly release everything. As for these pictures, all of these guys hung out, not to say everybody messed with underage women that was at these parties, because a lot of these wealthy people do tend to party together. And that doesn't mean everybody did no crazy mess. Some of them just went to the party and went home. I'm just saying that because not everybody. We've been to parties, you know what I mean, with people, and I'm not talking on that level, and you be like, hold up, what happened? So, and I'm saying that, but a lot of these people, Trump has a history of dealing with misogyny and underage behavior. Even before we got Epstein, we had the case in New York where his other boy got charged. You see what I say? We have issues. We have him catching on mic. We have stuff he said about his own daughter sexually multiple times on Apprentice and everything. Yeah, we have his sister, his nieces, his family members have said this is how this man is. So we all know this about him. We know that Melinda Gates said when she met Epstein the one and only time, he gave her the creep so bad. She told Bill, and y'all can watch the interview she did on CBS. She was like, I don't like that man. Don't go around him again. She said, I'm not saying that's why I divorced him. I'm saying he was there a lot. So she's like, and I said, she was like, I met him one time and that was enough for me. And I feel like with these victims, as far as like rehashing this, at this point, and this is just me. If I am one of these victims, I'm not worrying about getting sued by no wealthy person, because Steve Bannon, you like Andrew, the dude, the British dude, all of the royal people had to get a hold of that. They not stripped him of everything. It didn't take them people long to say, no, you up out of here because we got too many issues with you already. I said, so when you look as a victim, I'm past the point of respect, because y'all got attacked, y'all got, essayed, I don't know what certain things we could say, essayed all of this thing. Good. I'm not worried about getting sued no more. I'm naming names, because guess what? Once I name you, it's your job to prove I'm lying.
Yeah, drop the receipts.
I'm not worried about, they can sue you for defamation. If you wasn't there, you ain't been there, right? If you can prove you wasn't part of it. Just like the same way with all these people when we talk about Diddy, they knew. They knew. So even if you was just at the party, you knew these girls wasn't a certain age at the party, even if you didn't participate. And then you look at how many of them got histories. Woody Allen married his stepdaughter. Child he raised. And I'm a filmmaker, and I liked what he did, but that still tells me this person's character. You get what I'm saying? And so they knew. And so is it going to make a difference for his greedy people? No. But one of the things I wish these victims at this point name names. It's going to be up to them to prove that you lying. Oh, yeah. And a lot of them can't because they in the pictures.
There was a few of them that did drop some names.
Yeah, I'm like, this one lady unalived herself when her book came out, all that stuff like that. I was at this point, if I'm her parents, I'm naming everybody's name. My child is gone.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm naming everybody's name.
You got nothing to lose.
Fight me in court. We got all day.
Let me just say this, because you keep coming, that's your boy. That's your boy.
Why you got to defend him? Don't defend him.
All right, I like film. Yeah. I watch movies. All right. I like Rosemary's Baby. Yes. Okay. But we know the guy that's behind that. Yeah. There's a difference between, the artists that make it, right, and the art. Okay. It doesn't mean that I condone what Woody Allen does. That I liked some of his movies that he made. The man's made over 50 movies. So please. All right. And let me get that out of the way.
And he made
still loves him.
So he liked the movies.
When it comes,
he don't like the man.
When it comes to, I've never met the man. I mean, I don't know who he is. Like, we don't know who any of these filmmakers are or who they are behind closed doors.
Once he did the interview,
this guy, he loves to deflect. Though he defends Diddy every single time we talk about Diddy. This man wants to talk about how Diddy's innocent. Free Diddy. That's he loves to say that.
All he got to do is go back and look at the previous podcast.
But anyway,
you will see about Woody. He gets a wood when he talks about Woody.
Like, so you with Woody Allen, you with Diddy.
So no, I'm not really with Woody Allen. I just, I liked his movies before I knew who he was.
I like Diddy, Bad Boy era, but I'm like, I can't buy his album. I can't get his money no more.
To be honest with you, I never knocked Bad Boy. Really, I'm gonna be
this man's a fan.
No, I'm gonna be serious. Really, I really only like Biggie.
Nah, I'm a Bad Boy era person.
You are really
because Black Rob, Craig Mack,
but one song.
Craig Mack,
Black Rob, one song.
I was like Total.
Yeah, I like Total. I like Total. I like Total,
like
right?
Total.
Okay. But when it came to we said we invented remix, right? Mm-hmm. And somebody said this in the doc too. I'm sorry, man, to go up.
No, go ahead.
They said, like, he used Diana Ross song that I'm Coming Out. Mm-hmm. He just took the whole beat. He didn't twist nothing up.
But that we knew that was Diddy. Everybody was
No.
like, this
But I'm
nigga's a
saying
sampler.
most people would sample and put their
No.
own spin, and I didn't care for that.
But we
I
always
really
said
didn't
that
like
about Diddy.
man.
Diddy sampled and literally meant I'm gonna take the whole thing.
You literally take
And
your whole
Mace
track,
and all
don't
that.
add nothing to it. I'm
Mace
just like,
and everybody, but this dude was like this since college. So that's why I don't want to hear this when people say he was like this since college. What these women argue, and his mama raised him in a certain way. You get what I'm saying? So the people, once again, people ignored it because he was paying them. Same way with Epstein,
That's
same
true,
way with
that's true,
Weinstein,
that's true.
same way with Woody Allen.
That's
Everybody
true.
knew.
That's
They
true.
no, I'm being real.
No, that's
they
true,
they
that's
turned
true,
same way with R. Kelly.
No, you're
same,
right.
Yeah,
Definitely with
all
R.
these
Kelly.
dudes, they
Definitely with R.
turned a
Kelly.
blind eye because they were getting checks.
they be getting checks,
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
Getting
didn't
that money.
care. They didn't care.
See, I
Women in the
won't
comments
say
of-
I don't dislike the bad boy era, but
Yeah.
only certain
Yeah, I know what you
things
mean.
I
like
like.
the art.
Artists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You like the art. You don't have to co-sign with the-
only
Yeah.
certain
with the person.
songs. Some stuff I didn't.
Yeah. No, you weren't just like their music,
I
just like
see
some
why the
people.
Locks left, because I see why New Edition left. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
because
saying?
they said why they left. My
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
his contracts are foul.
Also,
Yeah.
too, he wanted them boy to be bubblegum. And they said, dude,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you want us to dress like do this? He said, this is not our style. Locks
Yeah.
said, this is
Yeah.
not our style.
Yeah.
You know, you can't.
And you got a deal so bad you still owed him money after you left.
So
Right.
yeah, you know, but
Exactly.
But yeah, anyway, that is
So-
my little spill on that. But go ahead, man. What you
Anyways,
about
that's
to
it
say,
for
man?
the Epstein story. That
Diddy.
took my part. But
You
I
took
mean,
your part.
I just think that they just need to hurry up and release it. I don't like
Yeah,
this.
release
yeah,
all this.
I don't like this
And
crumble.
then they gave it to influencers.
you know,
Did you see that? How Trump
yeah.
handed
I don't
some
like
of the
that.
blinders
Like,
to influencers
release the
instead of
shit.
the press? I
Release
was
the
like,
shit.
Stop playing for the press?
Why are we slow walking this?
Yeah.
Release the
Because we're
files.
dealing with
Release
entertainment
what
hounds,
these
whores.
people are doing, and let the people see it. Like, why are we like, okay, let's put this picture out and let's redact their faces, and we're not going to talk about what was really going on. It's like, because all of them are in it. That's really what it is. There's a lot of
There you
people
From both
up
sides.
there
Both sides.
from both
sides.
sides that are in it. And
Both
so they
sides.
don't really want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear a lot of people making that argument that you're
What?
making
What?
about, oh, well, you know, it doesn't mean that they like did anything. And that's true.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people are saying that because they love Bill.
No, I'm saying
And they
that,
don't
but I
want
said
they don't
knew,
want to
though.
hear about that.
If they
They
ain't
don't
did it,
want
they
to
knew.
they don't want their beloved Bill Clinton
Oh yeah, nah.
to be
I
involved.
feel if you was there, you knew.
And I know a lot of Democrats
That's
are
me.
going to be doing that.
Yep,
but
yep,
it's
yep.
just like, no, let's
Hey.
just release the files. And it doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican.
Get 'em
Yeah,
out.
Release it.
Let's see them.
I
I think if you
agree.
was at Diddy
I'm tired-
party and Diddy life, you knew. If you was at R. Kelly spaces, you
Yes.
knew. If you was at Epstein thing, you knew. Even if you didn't participate in these things, if you was with
See,
Weinstein, you knew.
they're
They
accomplices.
knew.
Yeah.
The Bill Cosby, them, all of these people knew.
accomplices, yeah.
But it fed the machine, so they stayed. Even if I was at the party, if I knew something, even if I left, because I'm like, wait a minute now, something ain't right. And I'm leaving, and I scope certain things, you still knew.
Yeah.
I ain't saying you had to drop the dime if you only been to one party and you scope something.
And what's crazy, you listen to them talk long enough, they tell on themselves.
Oh, yeah.
They're
tell
literally
themselves.
telling
They
on
definitely
themselves.
There's so
And you like, they been
there's
at
so
the
much
same
out
part.
there.
You got emails talking about how he was, you know, I don't know if we can say certain things, blowing Bill Clinton
Yeah.
and all this other stuff
Oh,
and the
yeah.
corners with your face on. We all knew this man been doing it.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said, his people won't care
I
because
don't
it's a
think that's
distraction.
real.
Yeah, right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It's a distraction because the more they keep us distraction by piecemealing these files, the more you don't see, you got this company joining with CNN where you can bet down on famine in Gaza. You got this one over here releasing forever chemicals in your food even more. You got them approving the USDA with now the chickens can be manufactured or stuck at this rate now. You have the banks borrowing money over here. You got how many Middle Eastern countries now buying up the U.S. and creating bases and creating companies and trying to buy all your media? So that's
And
so
you gotta love the spin
Oh.
these Republicans are
the
doing.
spin.
Oh, you know, well,
Yeah.
you know, people have been doing this for years in the
Right.
USA.
It look
We
like
ain't
a
heard about it.
circus,
Exactly.
We ain't never heard about this shit.
Right, and lying. I was like, bruh, you literally right now trying to fight. And I predict, and I was sitting there telling somebody these distractions. I said, all these people, and I said predominantly white people bought into this tale of America being such a Christian nation, right?
Yeah.
I said, you about to have Jewish people and Muslims going head to head because that's who buying you up right now. You got a lot of these Middle Eastern, from Pakistani to Qatar, all this stuff buying y'all up and going head to head. That was that whole thing, in my opinion, with the Netflix and Warner Brothers deal with Oracle M. Because think about it, people say, well, why wouldn't they go with the more money that was offered? Because you got Warner Brothers maybe looking like, hold up now, so y'all trying to own everything. And even if you offer me 109 billion and they offer me 70-something billion, I'm going with them because these are still old white men.
They're trying to make that
And they're
money.
looking like,
They don't care.
that's why they didn't go with the bigger deal. They didn't go because remember, after they accepted the deal with Netflix, that's when Oracle Paramount came trying to trump the deal with more money. And Netflix and Warner Brothers was like, no, we're gonna sell Netflix. I said, because they're looking at it the same way we are. So y'all buying everything up with this foreign company backing y'all. And you got a bunch of white men who, made Warner Brothers, all these entities under Warner Brothers. And now you looking at y'all and you realizing Trump them don't care nothing about nobody. They have no loyalty, nobody but their own pocket.
I think Trump.
So now you got a bunch of Muslim countries that's owning us.
I think Trump getting the back end deal.
Oh,
That's what he's waiting for. Who gonna cut
Jared
him that
Kushner
check?
was part of it.
Yeah, cut him
Jared
that check.
Kushner's in it. He's in
that's what
every
he's
deal they
waiting
cut him
for.
with
Yeah,
Oracle. To control your media.
Yeah.
That company that CNN just partnered with, that letting you bet on everything, famine and all that. That's a foreign company.
We got to move on, guys.
Oh, yeah, we move on.
We want to talk about some things that happen at the Michigan Wolverines facility. Sherrone Moore. Everybody knows the story by now, right? There was this guy, bunny hopping. So, this guy, he was married. He was the head football coach at Michigan. First time that's ever happened that a black man had that job, and he was making $6 million a year. And he decided to throw it all away by having a relationship with his staffer.
Subordinate.
And so, that ended in him getting fired. And we know the story, right?
We know the story.
So,
it's like Boston.
My question
all over
is,
again, right?
huh?
It's like Boston
Pick a
Celtics
state.
all over
Pick
again.
a state.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do we think about this? What do we think about the story? And we'll talk a little bit about some stuff
let
later.
the lady of the room.
I'm going to
take
go on record as saying this. I really don't care for me that it was another white woman because his wife was white,
He was
right?
already married to one.
Yeah, he was already married to a white woman. So, but this right here is my example for me of another man lacking discipline. And the reason I'm going to say black with this, because white people they handle their own people. The reason I'm going to say black with this, because you look at the percentage of black men, and I'll say from celebrities, from singers, songwriters, actors, and athletes, from coaches to everything. You encompass maybe 10 to 15%.
No, it's
right?
not even that high.
Yeah, that's it. I'm being graceful with that. 10 to 15%. But you seem to be 60 to 70% of the goddamn tabloids. And the thing is, it's like they control them because this is how you know they had him and he was their pick man. Because they were trying to help you cover it up. Mm-hmm. They were trying to help him clean that up before it even got to that level. Yeah. But you thinking, I'm a black man with $6 million and I got a white wife. Mm-hmm. You thinking you was what, part of the program? That's not how that worked. And then you were doing this with a white young staffer who, let me guess, when you went to tell her that they wanted her, when they told him to move her, what did he do? He put her in another position and gave her a raise. Mm-hmm. So that's what I said, the cleaning up, because she probably said, oh, well, I know, this wasn't right for us to do this, but are you really going to fire me? Are you really going to let this happen when, we shouldn't have been doing this? Pretty much telling you, I'm going to rat you out if you even play with me like this. Mm-hmm. So now they found out because you took it to this level, old girl and all her people, they had to let you go because now it's out there. And then you go to her house threatening to unalive yourself, which we know was bullshit, okay? Mm-hmm. You was doing that hoping she did what? Not talk, and you had Plan B delivered at the place. You was around here cheating the whole time. And I'm not saying his wife knew, but you know what I'm saying? But it pays her to stay quiet. And he thinking, I'm this black man with all this money. A lot of them think that they made it to a point where they're going to keep getting away with stuff. And that's what upset me more than him with a white woman. It's like, dude, you were the first black coach in this thing. The man left you the job after he went to the NFL. Was it Kavanaugh? I think was it?
No.
Was it, not Kavanaugh. The man named something like that.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, damn. And I went from K to H. But and he left him the position. They already knew you knew the job. They said, okay, we know we got him. I'm not saying control, but they know they got him. He wanted him. And for you and the constant of your brethren like you to fumble your bag and your family for a piece of tail that looked like your goddamn wife. You ain't even went too far off course. And you sit in this space, and now you sitting here like this with your handcuffs at the barn hearing. Do you understand in 24 hours, What Cat Williams said, bring you down for a weekend?
Exactly.
But
Nobody's
then he took
listening
a
to the
weekend.
elders.
And took a weekend. It took 24 hours. And it's like,
Ain't
so,
nobody listening to the elders.
and so what I want to beseech men, black men, to understand, these younger black men don't have stepping stones per se to look up to. If you 50, 55, still doing the same dumb shit that I'm doing at 20. If you still trying to date the 20-year-olds, if you still trying to splurge your money like I'm a 20-year-old, who am I looking up to? Even if I got a good father figure, who am I looking up to as a stepping stone to say, oh, this is how this make it? When I'm looking at 55-year-old and 50-plus black men, literally doing the same stuff that's getting me hemmed up at 20. At 20. Yeah. And so that's what I'm over that part of it, like the bunny part with them white women. I was like, it's just easy to get taken down with a white woman.
Let's hold off on that one.
Yeah, it's just easy for that. But I'm like, you fumble at your family and everything.
What do you think about Sherrone Moore?
$24 million.
Well, more than that.
Yeah, because I don't know how long he was going to be there.
He was going to be making a ton of money.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Now you sitting in jail.
I think it's ignorance on his part, man. You know, when it came down to it, when the rumor came out, and he was about to threaten to fire that girl told everything.
Look.
She went and sang like a canary, you know. She told everything. And she still got her job.
Look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was her subordinate.
Yeah.
So she still got her job.
No, he was her superior.
Superior, I'm sorry. She was the subordinate. That's it backwards.
Yeah, we knew.
She was
speaking to your mic.
Yeah. She was the subordinate. Yeah. He was the superior. But yeah, she still got her job. Yeah. I mean, yeah, she still got her job. But it's another one, man. He fumbled the bag. But like you said, she looked just like his wife.
The discipline is like, bruh. When you start smelling yourself.
So you know that, and that's been going on for a while.
Yep.
That's been going on for a little
That's why I said the wife, okay.
And they're saying that they don't know who approached whom or whatever. Who initiated, they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know.
So you think it may be him? Maybe
they don't
it
know.
probably is. But,
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think ultimately we owe Dr. Umar an apology.
Right.
You know, all of people love to talk ish about Dr. Umar and all this other stuff, but this man has seen the future. And he has told people multiple times, yo, stop messing with them white women. Mm-hmm. And like you see this man, he's gotten torn down.
Yeah, 24 hours.
We have to start listening to our elders. All right. You mentioned Cat Williams.
Cat Williams said it.
It's like, yo, guys, like
Cat Williams said, I won't mess with a white woman to take you down.
I'm from California. I'm for everybody being with everybody, like low key, but like when you see a pattern and you see that it's happening again and again, we have to stand up and say something. Yeah. All right. And you know the statistics of how, like, yes, I think it's like 80% of black men who are married to a black woman.
Yeah.
But, you know, like we also know that black women are the least amount married to more than any other demographic, you know, in America.
And then the ones who have the money, like I was saying, that's a smaller percentage.
Exactly.
But they tend to be heavily married to
and
white
this is
women.
something that Dr. Umar talks about specifically is that, like, whenever these big bags are made, it's being taken away by these white women. And so, like, somebody needs to, somebody needs to talk to these people, and they gotta listen. They gotta listen.
The GOAT, Michael Jordan,
Michael Jordan, Shannon Sharp,
Eddie Murphy,
all these people, like
Tiger Woods,
and
cheated on her with six different white women.
She's a billionaire now, isn't she?
Yeah, she not married. She got his money, and she not married a billionaire dude that she was dating him. And she was a nanny.
Serena Williams,
exactly.
He already had money.
Throw that in there.
He already had money.
But still, Eve.
Look,
but the rapper Eve.
But her man still with her. He had money. He already had money though. Yeah. No, if you want to put somebody, Halle Berry, man. Halle Berry, dude, the model dude she was with, she paying him.
Do we have a snow bunny problem, snow bunny and snow puppy problem in the black community?
Do you think it's like once some black men reach a certain pinnacle, they feel they get me over that threshold, I got to have this.
I think it's older black men.
This milk of magnesia on my own.
I think it's older black men though. Because you look at the generation of where the 70s, think about your Quincy Jones, your James Earl Joneses, all these dudes, your Harry Belafonte, all of these guys were married to white women. Like when I tell people, you know, I said
not
the minute.
Sidney Poitier though.
Yes, Sonny Portier.
He was too?
Yes,
Married to
sir.
a white woman?
Yes,
Was
he?
he?
Yeah, Sonny Portier is married to a white woman.
Because he was to cheat on his wife with Diane Carroll.
Yeah, and then but him and his one said he married his last wife as a white woman. Them 3 daughters he got, or 2 got as white women. But when you look at that, and I tell people, I said when I was studying history, and I don't, say it like that. I said the minute I even said this in my book. I said the minute Dr. King was alive, all them supporting behind black men married white women. But remember how integrated they became in SCLC. That's what fractured black men and black women in SCLC, because you had all them white women coming trying to be part of SCLC. And so you look at that, but I was like, when you get in these spaces like older black men in that era and on, I believe a lot of them felt this helps me make it. This helps me not be the same black man they think we all are. This helps changes. Just like the same way they think if they got a Republican stance, when black people are, a lot of black people are lean conservative. First of all, so they think, oh, this helps sell me as a different point. Because look at a lot of the Republican black men you got, they married to white women.
Definitely are. Yeah,
and so, but the younger ones, what the younger black men are slick about, look at all them beige chicks they married to. They try to find the most borderline white gal they can find. She either biracial, like white mama, Asian mama, something like that, Latino. They trying to stay away from I'm married to a white woman, and then try to find one with a drop of ethnicity in her and say they're married to black. So all they done is doing the evolution of what their forefathers did when they get in them headspace. Look at all the athletes. They all look like they're married to the same woman. It was a picture, and I'm not going to say his name.
I know what you're talking
It was a picture by this black man's wedding. I'm not even going to say what he do, because they're going to know what I'm talking about. And they were all of their wives were sitting down at the table, and all the black men were standing up behind them. When I tell you all of their wives looked alike, all of their wives looked alike. And I was like, do y'all not see the pattern of y'all marrying a same-looking woman? And from the athletes to the celebrities, so it's like they hand you the woman. Like what even Cat Williams said, that they hand you the woman, like almost like a Stepford wife, to make sure you made it. They got to see that.
I think they have these...
They're the ones at the party.
They these parties and these
they're the one at the party,
and they push these females in, and
they're the one at the party.
You just gravitate what's close
but it's
to you.
But I think it's laziness too, because there are other women at that party. There are other women you run into that are execs, that are the secretary, that are bartenders at these places, that they don't do. Matt Damon married a bartender. George Clooney married an attorney. What's the other name? Julie Roberts' guy was a camera dude. Y'all can't date outside the laziness of these damn parties and premiere parties. That's what these guys are doing. And some of y'all dating the same broad. It's some of these women with 3 babies by different dudes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, how disrespectful y'all are with y'all seed. So it ain't even the bunny hopping. It's the respect y'all got to have for your spaces. It's like you get money, you get ignorant on how to respect your resource.
Let me just make one quick correction. So Sidney Poitier was married to a black woman.
That's
first.
right.
No, he married to a black woman first.
Yeah, first.
Was his last wife.
Yeah, his last wife was white.
I'm about to say, no, I
I'm
knew
just
he
saying.
You knew Sidney like that?
No, I didn't say he wasn't, but I was like his last wife, because I said his last
Just
wife
like Frederick
with his
Douglass.
3 daughters. Right.
Well,
Frederick Douglass will sell out to him.
But he been biracial himself. So.
I don't, but he tried to use it as an excuse.
Hey, she was abolitionist. He was down with the cause.
No, I was like,
I think
I'm gonna
she's
say
helping
that.
that
You
man.
know why I don't care for Frederick Douglass per se? Like I
Ooh,
respect the things he
hot
did and
take.
stuff like that.
Hot
But you know,
take.
one of the things that really showed me his character, and I was like, your boy, what's the guy who hosts the PBS show? Who talk about your legacy?
Piers Morgan?
No. The PBS show that go back to your
the
identity and
PBS.
stuff.
I know
like
what
that.
you're
Oh, the black
Henry Louis, was it Louis Gates?
Gates. Gates.
And they uncovered all this and everything like that. The whole time, he got all that credit for everything he did. And then when it started coming out that his wife was working, first of all, his wife paid for his freedom. Let's clear that out.
Yeah, that's
his
true.
wife paid for his freedom. Then when he got it, his wife was the one working, paying for the people to come through the Underground Railroad, supporting the house.
She had the
was
money.
doing, she was working. He wasn't barely making nothing, being a good orator, one, because that's what he was doing, right? And then he never taught this woman to read. Do y'all know that?
He never taught his wife to
Never
read?
taught his wife to read. And Henry Louis Gates said when they started uncovering that, like he was like, he even felt uncomfortable, like, wait a minute. And so his wife would say how she used to feel around the people when they would have the parties, like these educated people, and she would feel kind of embarrassed because she felt like she was on the level with them.
Who's that?
Frederick Douglass.
His white wife?
No,
No,
his
the
black
the
wife.
black one?
The
Oh,
one
okay,
who did
okay.
all that building him. He did
Okay.
not teach her how to read. And even people like historians like that made them uncomfortable. It's like, wait a minute, you didn't teach your wife the whole time. So that tells me about your character and where you need to be. And you was cheating on her this whole time with white women. One of them even unalived herself and still left the Negro her fortune. You understand? So I was like, all that he did, great speeches, all that. But that right there told me your
Hey, well,
character
maybe
right
she
there.
didn't want to learn how to
No,
read.
she even said how they would embarrass her. Yeah. But then,
Listen,
then
we
you
needed
married.
him, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
we
you
did.
His contribution.
Who gave him you though?
we cannot.
Who gave him you,
diminish
though?
his
We
contribution.
No, I didn't diminish his contribution, but who
Okay.
gave him you? Who gave Frederick
I mean,
Douglass
listen,
you?
we all
Better
everybody,
get our wife credit.
every black man needs, you know,
Yeah.
a strong Frederick Douglass
And don't
woman.
trust Frederick around your daughter because he married his homeboy white daughter. That's what he
Okay.
did. The daughter was 20-something years old, and the man never spoke to him
We
again.
all need a strong woman.
Listen, you know what did what's his
by
name
our
say?
side.
I'm just looking for my Coretta.
Right. And he
To
found her.
Jonathan Major. She's a career.
And he found her.
Hey.
He found her. He was like, "Let me find her. Hold on, I want to say it. Now, I'm going to say this. Wait a minute, real quick.
Yeah,
That's
say
it.
her name.
Anna Marie Douglas.
Okay.
I want to make sure we
Every
give her her
black man
You know,
credit.
needs
Dr.
a Anna.
Umar, Dr.
Anna Marie
Umar
Douglas.
claimed he's related to
Douglas.
Frederick Douglas. You know that, right?
Well,
He said he's
you know, he
related.
cleared that up because I
did?
think a lot of
Yeah.
people thought that he was like directly.
Yeah,
It's
he
like
was
What
like,
was he say? All I
It
heard
was
is he
like
was saying he was related. I
if
don't
somebody's
know.
brother
Yeah.
who it was, you know, Frederick Douglass related to
Like
Frederick
breaking-
Douglass.
like
Through like a
in the
marriage
lineage.
type thing.
I don't know. I think it was a brother. I don't know. You'll have to watch the clip.
Like,
but
we
he
are
cleared it
related
up.
in some form or another.
I
Let's
know.
be
Yeah,
real.
we really are.
Well,
But I think, you know, I mean, I think that ultimately, I think we just the black community needs to come together.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of black women feel a certain way about black men. I mean, like, you know, there's these videos that are coming out on TikTok and people are talking about, well, I'm pro black woman.
Yeah, I
And
saw
I'm
those.
pro this and I'm pro that.
saw those.
And it's
I saw
like,
those.
no, you got to be pro black 100%,
Yeah.
men and women.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know,
'Cause there's
to
some
me,
black
that's
women I don't support.
when I see stuff like that, I say CIA is
Mm-hmm.
working, okay? Because we need to be together, you know, 100%. That's the only way that, you know, things are going to work. You know, black women benefit when black men are doing the right thing, okay?
We
And
both
so, and that's
Yeah,
that's
they
the
both.
truth.
Both
Both
benefit.
And so, like, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you know,
Yeah.
just looking at it from what people are
And
saying,
I think
they're
a
like,
lot of black
oh, you
women
know,
forces black
I'm
men
pro-black
to be
woman.
more community oriented
So-
with
But
black
you know,
communities.
I
Like, it
think
forces them into that space.
majority black, like you said, 80%.
They
majority
married to black women.
That's only a small
Yeah.
percentage of that.
Yeah.
People, you know, either athlete
Right.
or famous, whatever type of, you know. There's even a black guy who's a big developer worth for $300 million. His wife was white. You
Right.
know, he's a fair skin. He's from the Maryland area. He's
Oh,
older
no, you
black man.
talking about,
He's a big time developer.
Oh, I
He's
know what
trying
you're
to do that.
talking
You know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking
So even that's like, and that's not to say that's all.
Because a
All-
huge percentage of those rich black men
rich
are
black-
married to black women.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
That's
I
not
think for
all
me,
of them.
it's not him messing with the white woman. It's like you are in this position and you fumble it
yes.
on
You're
something
right,
of
right,
lack
right.
of discipline. That dude, you probably could have had this on the side, but you lazy, so
Shit.
you did it. And no, that's what I'm saying. You did it in your where you piss, where you eat at. You
Yeah,
shit it where you
we
eat at.
at.
And that's the thing. Like he could have went out. This dude could have had an OnlyFans chick on the side. He
Hey.
wouldn't have known you was no coach for nothing.
Apparently he
shoulda-
did.
He should have made her.
Right, right, he had a bunch of them,
He
apparently.
should have made her sign an NDA.
Look, he should have had all
Sign
that.
this NDA.
But
All that.
here's the thing.
Swallowing
The
your own
Sherrone
Kool-Aid.
Moore situation shows us that Dr. Umar was right from the
Yeah.
beginning and people owe him an apology.
But they
People
gonna need
Apologize to
They
that
ain't gonna
man
learn.
because he told
Well-
us a long time ago. Now we see the Shannon Sharps of the
Yeah.
world.
How
all
many of
these
them went out
people.
this year? We ain't gonna stop seeing it because
He
these
made
still
her
swallowing the
$12
still
million.
gonna happen.
$12
Hey.
million.
But
And you know
y'all-
that girl
that's
gonna sue the school.
life-changing.
You know that girl is gonna sue Michigan.
Oh, she is.
Oh, I can guarantee.
I don't think
you.
she is.
No, she's still
She's
working.
connected.
Let me say,
She's
that's
still
what I'm
working.
saying.
She got a
So
job.
one
Yeah,
thing,
she's got a
job.
if she look, that's why they keeping her employed. I worked in HR player because if you fire her,
Well,
she's gonna turn around and sue.
also,
so they can't even
her
fire
daddy's in the NFL,
Yeah.
so she's protected.
Yeah, and her daddy,
And
the
that's
minute
probably,
they fire her,
that's
she
why
gonna sue.
Sherrone couldn't fire her low
Yeah.
key.
Exactly,
Yeah.
So he had to give her a raise because her dad is well
The
connected.
minute
in
they
the
fire her,
NFL.
she's suing.
I don't think
So-
they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna fire.
They gonna let her
Yeah.
age out her job appropriately.
Hey, but y'all do know there's a. I read an article. There's a small percentage of white billionaires who married to black women.
I don't know.
But
They,
they
white
don't
billionaires.
ever. Well,
Man.
they in the 1%.
Yeah, you
Serena.
got the Netflix dude. You got what is
There's-
it? Yeah,
there's a
Olahan,
few- there's a-
Olahan,
There's
whatever.
a few of them married to black women too, but that's. But see, they keep their stuff low.
Thank
low
you.
key.
You hear them boy getting got? You hear them boy getting got?
You love, you love who you love. Keep it to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
whether she white, Asian, black, whomever. But you know, black people do need to come together. That part. But hey,
I think it's where you at is where you spend your money.
yeah. Whatever race of a man choose to be with, that's who he choose to be with. I mean, it makes me no difference because hey, I don't love men. I
And
love
if you want to
women,
feel
so
good about this
I
type
don't
of
care
thought
who a man
process,
with.
think about it like this: half of these dudes' lineage is gonna be gone in 2 cycles.
That's what's gonna happen.
And let's be real, because half of them right now, if they got Caucasian wives,
Patrick Mahomes.
9 times out of
Oh,
10,
okay,
they
right.
Caucasian. They make their biracial, multi-ethnic children is going to marry a white
white-
person.
yeah.
And by the time that next person marry white, you ain't gonna see them. They gonna have a picture on the wall like Jamie Foxx saying, "This was my grandfather." That's it.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. They're gonna be out the system.
And then it may go all the way down to maybe 5, 6 generations. All of a sudden, this white people gonna have a black looking child, and they gonna realize that been from that black forefather way
4
down the
generations
line.
ago.
Look at Seal. You seen
Yeah.
his kids?
Yeah.
God,
Seal
and
does.
he's straight African.
Look,
Yeah.
it
I'm
is
like,
what it is.
damn.
What's
bro.
that one
Them
guy's
kids like hybrids.
What's the
Don't even
singer?
look.
What's his name?
I see.
That one singer guy. He's like on American Idol. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh,
Anyways.
you got wait a minute, American Idol.
He's one of the judges. Anyways,
You ain't
all
talking
right,
about John.
we got
John,
1
what's the
minute.
dude?
We got
John
1
Legend.
minute.
Oh,
No. We got
It's
1
a-
minute.
talk about the holiday thing, isn't
So real quick,
what are you talking about?
what do you guys think of the congresswoman from Texas? I can't think of her name right now. She's gonna run for
Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, Jasmine.
Jasmine
Crockett. What do you guys
Crockett,
think of her?
I think she should run. The reason I'm gonna tell you why I think she should run because
is.
her and Gavin,
She's running,
she running her and Gavin Newsom.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people. We talked about this on the show prior. Was like, oh, should they? Should we go to the same level? Sometimes you need people, and even when you say, oh, they established, they part of the establishment or whatever, you ain't gonna get nothing done, unfortunately, unless you get some ones who been up in there.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so I was like, you gotta have people to say, I'm in your ear saying, I need you to tear it down, or I'm gonna even replace you. And I may like you, but at this point, people are even trying to replace the people that they was loyal to because they like, if you ain't fighting for me, I need you to fight.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of things they're not gonna push her because she may not go along with the program per se.
Yeah.
And that's what they go against her with the Democrats.
Quickly, what do you
But
think?
you need somebody who was not going to go with the status quo. She when they get in the mud, she said, "Okay, give me some boots. Let me get in the mud with you."
We dirty together.
And that's what you need, Democrats. That's what you need. I mean, the language of politics, Trump done kicked that out the door. You know what I'm saying? So you need somebody like that who going to get down and get nasty with them, just like you said with your boy. Who is it? Newsom.
Yeah, Newsom.
How he's using the same rhetoric. He's like, look, hey. When you trading at odds and wits with a fool, you act like a fool too.
Yeah.
You know
Michelle,
what I'm
like we ain't going high no more.
No, she should have never tell him boy that.
Jasmine
She shoulda never said
Crockett is gonna have to get married like Cory Booker.
Oh yeah,
All right?
oh,
They
yeah.
probably should have married each other.
Jasmine,
you know,
I'll let your boy.
Look, he be like, go get him. He
if
like,
she wants to really progress,
They want to push
unfortunately,
that
that's
family.
what has to
yeah,
happen.
that's
that
unfair.
family.
So-
They want to push that family persona. Yeah.
All right, we got to leave it there.
Yeah.
Once
well,
again,
good luck, Jasmine.
yeah,
I know,
we'll see.
right?
Once again, I'm Brooks,
I'm Hendrix.
And I'm Veronica.
and we out.
Peace.
Peace.